Welcome to Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. Today, your racket too light?
Good.
Are you okay with using a heavy racket? Is your arm going to hurt from a light racket or a heavy racket? Stay tuned. Coach Good, check this out. SwingVision got new commercial out.
Oh.
Check out his James Blake and
Yeah.
Roddick. Oh my God. He's still playing?
I mean, he's still playing.
Whoa. What? Dude.
That's damn fast.
I can do it, dude. Back in the day, I could do that. I could totally do that, dude. You can do that. Let's go, man. We can show them how it's done. Let's go. Come on. Let's go, dude. Let's go.
All right.
85 miles per hour.
That can't be right.
No, that's definitely right. Man.
88 miles per hour.
That's not a gigawatt.
One more. Watch me.
78 miles per hour.
Hey, man.
Something wrong with this program.
Nah, that's just you, bro.
You try.
Fine,
Let's
okay,
see what
I'll do it. I'll do it.
You're going to go 69 right here.
127 miles per hour.
You can check out your serve speed on SwingVision 2.
Doc, we got an issue.
All right, coffee sponsor of today is someone. Someone likes to always buy me coffees, so I appreciate all those someones out there. Thank you. So someone writes, I enjoy your channel a lot. Keep up the good work. You and your coaches usually recommend standard 27-inch lighter rackets as transition rackets for junior players. But how about adults? Should they switch to heavier rackets to improve their game? I currently use E-Zone 100L, and people have told me it's too light since I seem to be okay swinging heavier rackets. Should I switch to a heavier racket? I understand the racket choice is personal preference. You have seen so many racket journeys and heard a lot of stories. I appreciate hearing your 2 cents on this. Thanks in advance and enjoy your coffee. Well, thank you, someone. I am actually going to do a video on this right now for you. But if you want to be my coffee sponsor in future episodes, network is buymeacoffee.com/tennis spin. If you want to just hook up the channel, super thanks is the way. Link is below. All right. Thanks to you guys for hooking me up with my cup of joe. All right. So, Coach Rob, let's help this someone out here.
All right.
First of all, transitioning from a racket like that Blackout 245 is a 26-inch racket. What I and the coaches usually recommend, do you do the arm test? Do you do this thing?
No.
Oh, what do you do?
Usually it's can they control it?
Mm-hmm.
So are they in, so 26 inches usually a green dot ball, 25 inches orange ball, and then your 21, 23 or red dot ball. So if you can control it on your ground strokes, and then a lot of times it really comes down to can you serve it? Can you get the racket over? Are you able to get up and make your contact and follow through and hit the serve with the heavier racket? And a little longer racket, that's usually one of the keys I look for. You might have the right arm length, but if you don't have the coordination to control the racket, maybe your experience doesn't warrant you to go bigger, stay small, get more control of the ball and the racket, and then progress. to the next size up.
Okay. Now, we're only talking about an inch, but we're talking about, let's say, 20 grams. So the next one up is 265. Now, you're saying if the person, the child, the 12-year-old, the 13-year-old, can like whip that serve around on this 265 and 27 inch, that they're ready.
Yeah, if they're, this would be yellow ball or, some green dot ball, but yellow ball predominantly. And if you're able to control the length, if you take the racket back and it just drops because you can't control the head or you're not strong enough, time to get a little bit lighter, or you just need to maybe choke up a little bit, give or take what you're, if someone goes, hey, here's your new racket, and that's what you're with, use it till you can control it. But I would usually, err on smaller and lighter until you can control it and move up.
Got it. So you're, like most coaches, they want you to kind of stick with what you have for as long as you can until you master that size or outgrow that size before jumping in too fast.
Right.
Right, because you could potentially hurt yourself with a too heavy, too long of a racket.
Or you end up just developing bad habits because you can't control the racket. You don't have very long arms. You're not very strong. You just haven't played as much. Just because you're age-wise, you may not still have the experience to. Because you want them to have success. You want them to enjoy hitting and playing. And if it's really hard and very frustrating, they're going to, look somewhere else for their entertainment.
Right.
For their fun.
The reason I'm actually talking to Coach Rob about, let's say, the 13, the 14-year-old transitioning from a 26-inch 245-gram racket to a 265 is the same thing kind of bodes with us as adults, too. My someone is essentially has a 285, and they're asking us if they should switch to, let's say, a 300, because an E-Zone 100 Lite is about a 285, and the next one up, the regular E-Zone, is about a 300. Now, the balance on these and the swing weight on these usually are very, very similar. And when, let's say this someone is your student, what would you advise them? What would you look for to see if they would be a candidate to move up in weight?
I would definitely let them try it.
Yeah.
Just go, okay, hey, you're enjoying the light. Maybe your swing is really whippy and you don't have a lot of racket head. You can't really get much plow on the ball. You can't hit through the ball because you're very maybe handsy or just whippy with it. Then it'd be like, hey, let's try to play something a little bit heavier to help you get more plow through the ball. And hopefully it will help your stroke a little bit if you're going to need that. Maybe you're playing bigger, harder hitters and you're just flailing away because the racket head's just too light. That would be a reason to try to add a little more weight.
Would that serve synopsis be work in this?
Yes and no. I don't usually, like, by the time you're an adult, you're probably already capable of serving and it can help on the serve for sure. Like if you have a little bit of a kink in your motion or whatever, there's lots of times where you can even do the drill where you just put both rackets in your hand and go through your serve motion. Oh, well, that's what it feels like. Because all of a sudden you've got more weight and gravity is helping your motion. So yeah, I would definitely just say try it, play with it play a couple sets with it, rally with it, see if you notice it, see if you notice any, help or hurt.
Right. So to the someones out there, the reason maybe we like heavier rackets is that when the moment of truth for me, and I'm going to move in a little closer to you just because I want them to see what I'm doing, is when I come here, right, with a lighter racket, and it's time for me to kind of throw into the ball, it's this motion for me is when I can distinguish a light one from a heavy one, because a light one here, like at the moment of truth, I can't feel it. And what happens when I can't feel it is this either speeds up or it slows down because I don't know where it is. I don't know where this is for me. And that's why I'm like, I can't handle a light racket, because hands kind of take over. I can't, it speeds up too fast. Whereas, let's say a 300, right? I can immediately feel the heft in this already. And it gets me to where I'm used to. And then at impact, it's just a quick kind of a throw. Versus like, I'm a little lost in the light one. I'm a little lost. But people who are used to the lighter weight, the lighter racket, like a 285, 290, they're used to that speediness of this part. I kind of like the drag of this part, of the forehand swing. Backhand's the same thing. I need the weight. I need to feel the weight drop. Whereas I'm a little lost when it's light. Does that make sense?
Yeah. For sure. Yeah, and everybody's a little different in where they're feeling it. Some rackets, the weight might be different. It might be head light. There might be more, mass in the throat. So it just depends on the frame and how they're, weighting them. But for sure, yeah, those are all things that you want to take into account.
Yeah, you're a machine. Like, what do you feel? From a light racket, because we always try, 9-ounce rackets all the way up to like 12-ounce rackets sometimes, in the Fed. What goes on in your feeling and your swing? So
in mine, with my stroke, as I come back, as I get it going, once I get kind of here, if there's more weight, it just goes. I'm just sort of like hanging on for the ride because my stroke's going to end in the same spot. And if it's light, then all of a sudden I get a little more handsy with it, and I'm trying to either get the racket head out there, or I'm just not sure. I don't feel like I have the weight behind the ball.
Got it.
So
you're a little more slappy with the lighter.
I get more
one.
slappy when it's lighter.
Okay.
Right.
Got it.
And the same thing on the serve. I get a little too, almost like the racket's coming out of my hand.
Right.
When I have a little more weight, I feel like I'm staying behind the ball and I'm, hitting through it. Whereas if I'm light, sometimes I need, hey, it's a long day. Maybe I want to go to a little lighter where I can just flick one in there. But yeah.
Would you say a heavier racket guides you more?
For me, yes.
Yeah.
For me, yes. Hence why when we've done videos with wood rackets and this feels great, right? It's like I'm swinging with a tree limb.
Right.
So
2x4s are solid. Yes.
Yeah. Everybody's a little bit different in where they feel the weight and how that translates into their stroke.
Yeah.
But that's for me. One other thing is you've been using. Can we use some ounces when you keep talking about numbers and weight?
Grams?
Because some people, may not always,
So
they may go ounces instead of grams.
Yeah, so 10.6 is 300. Right. 10.1 is 285. 10.1 is about 285. And then we're going way lighter, like 9.5 and 265 there, and then that sucker's really light. Right, 9 ounces there.
Right. Thank you for helping us, ounce only people that.
And then there's also longer ones, like you can go half-inch longer. You can go full inch longer, which I'm liking for some reason. And that alters things too. That alters balance. That alters drag.
Sweet spot.
Alters sweet spot a little bit.
Now you better have the ball a little further away from you.
Yeah.
Right? Because if you were, if you're used to hitting the sweet spot, say here.
Yep.
You're gonna have to be up a little bit.
I'm high already. That's probably why I like it, because I'm usually high in the sweet spot anyways.
Right. Me too.
So. I got a bird watch once in a while, so that when I do this, I need that extra length out there.
Right.
But yeah, I think we've talked about. I think we've covered it pretty well. to the someone out there, try it out. See where your trigger points are in your strokes. I mean, is it dragging too much, or is the extra weight of a 300-gram racket guiding you? Is yours too light for you and you're slapping at it a little too much? And do you need the guidance of the heavier racket? I feel like most people can use a 300-gram racket. I feel like the industry as a whole kind of thinks that most people can use a 285 or a 290. Like that's kind of like where the sweet spot is in most pre-strungs and stuff that you see at the big box stores like a Dick's. Like for some reason, they always go 100 or 105 square inches and like 10 ounces or 10.1 ounces. But I feel like most people can go 300. Just try it. I personally think you can, but I haven't seen your stroke. I'm just...
And I would say try, like, I think he was using an E-Zone
100
light. So try the E-Zone 100.
Yeah.
Try the same frame and a little bit heavier and see. Because if you start trying different frames because they're heavier, try to compare, apples to apples there.
Yeah, no, definitely. Try the E-Zone 100, see how you like it. Give it, you'll probably know if it's acceptable within, depending on how touchy-feely you are, how sensitive you are, you'll probably know in 30 minutes or less, is my guess.
Right. And make sure you hit groundies, volleys, overheads, take serves. Don't just go, oh, it feels great on the ground strokes, but then I can't volley with it, or my overhead, I'm always late.
Right.
Or my serve is,
Well,
so I'm just using it as try everything of your game, so you don't just find one section, go, oh, I love it like this, and then down the road.
See, this is what I tell people. See if, what are you going to hit? What shot do you hit the most of? Probably a forehand, right? Does it work on your forehand? Yeah, or like groundies, I say is paramount. You got to hit great groundies with any racket first. I feel like volley you'll figure out, even if it's extra weight, and then serve is the last thing that'll come in.
Right. No, I hear you, but in order to hit ground strokes, you've got to make a serve if you're playing a game.
Right.
So if you can't, yes, you can serve underhand, I know, but so to me, I just want to try the whole racket. And play a set with it. Like, if anybody's trying rackets, hit all the shots and then play a set.
Right.
And because when you're playing a set, you're going to hopefully by that point stop thinking that you have a new racket in your hand.
Yeah, no, that's true. Mind over matter. All right. Coach Rob, thank you for showing us the way of transitioning, like weight-wise, in terms of going up in or to 300 grams. I think he's fine, though. But thank you.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you for watching Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis.